Oil marketers and Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited on Thursday disagreed over the supply of premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, as queues by motorists for the commodity and filling stations grew worse. Dealers under the aegis of the Independent Marketers Association of Nigeria stated that they had been finding it tough to access petrol from the NNPCL for more than 1 month. The one that the queues in various parts of the country for petrol might continue to linger because many independent oil marketers had not been able to access the PMS for over 1 month. And this was countered by the NNPCL as it argued that the company had 30-day PMS sufficiency. The NNPC, however, advised motorists to desist from panic buying, saying distribution will normalize over the next couple of days. And to talk about this in detail, I'm being joined by an energy consultant and analyst, Seun Dania. Good morning, Mr. Dania. Good to have you join me.
Hi, good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. Now, Seun, we have seen the queues returning. In fact, some filling stations have shut down due to fuel scarcity. Let me know, how has been your experience so far?
It's been I think the experience has been for over a year, it's been going on, it's been on and off for well over a year now. Everybody in Lagos especially, everybody has been experiencing it. But this period is just, it's like we're getting used to it, but it's just more expensive. It's difficult for even, my colleagues to come to work, because everybody is pretty much, the productivity levels have dropped. So everybody is spending productive time on trying to go and queue for fuel or try to get fuel. For me, we've just been trying to just stay home, work from home, limit where we're going. It's reduced productivity.
Okay. Now, right. Now, Mr. Dania, we seem to be having, incessant increase in fuel prices. Some filling stations are now selling for as high as 6.25. We have other stations selling for 6.30 per liter. What are your thoughts on how these can be thoroughly addressed?
So first thing is, matter of, fuel supply it's a national security issue. It's a national problem. So it has to, and definitely it's a good thing that the government has taken full charge, by making sure that NNPC is the sole importer. I think they've given out some licenses recently. But the government needs to be very, very transparent with, the operations, how petrol is imported. We know we're having an FX crisis. The thing that can make it better, government needs to be very transparent. The major solution is, we have to increase, local refining capacity. Everyone has been waiting for the Dangote refinery to come on stream. Also even the Port Harcourt refinery that the government has promised.
Mr. Dania, let me just quickly chip in there. You talked about the Dangote refinery. We're waiting for it to come on board. Do you think that alone in itself will sort of help, cushion the burden we have when it comes to fuel scarcity? Is that alone enough for us in Nigeria?
Once we have the Dangote refinery is one of the largest refineries in the world, with over 600,000 barrels per day capacity. So definitely that would. So it cuts. What it does for us is that it reduces the time of shipping. It reduces, cost and time of logistics. Because as it is, as we are importing petroleum products, refined petroleum products from all over the world, it takes time. It has to go by sea. It gets here to berth. We wait for the mother vessel, transporting, clearing, all that will be reduced. So as we are producing locally, there will be availability. Now the pricing is a different thing because, of course, of the FX issues that we're having. It still needs to be priced at the same, level with the cost of crude oil. So as FX goes up, the price might not reduce, but we know that availability would be settled because we will not be having any delays due to logistics.
Okay. Like you mentioned, the rise in dollar was coming to that. That's FX. Now, one of the blame the oil marketers have leveled is the increase, like you rightly mentioned, in the rise in dollar, as well as they mentioned also hoarding and bad roads. What would be sort of a silver bullet to help address all of these complaints?
The silver bullet was the thing that the government did by making sure that NNPC was the sole importer of petroleum products, and then they now give, the products to marketers to supply, and they are able to fix a rate because NNPC knows the landing cost for sure. So those marketers were basically not playing in the FX market. They didn't need any FX to import petroleum products. But now that, I think it has been thrown open, everybody now still needs to source FX in order to import petroleum products. The silver bullet will be for NNPC to, get their acts right, come to get back to that model, and we just need to be 100% certain that the country can afford. I think we could also, in the interim, is we go back to, I don't know whatever happened to our crude swap agreement, because for what I know, several years ago, what Nigeria did was we export our crude oil. So we had a crude swap agreement with some refineries where we give them crude oil, we pay them for service, and we pay them service fees, in crude oil, and then we get back our petroleum products. So we didn't need to first sell our crude oil to get dollars and then start using the same dollars to be buying back refined petroleum products. So I think if we also revisit, those crude swap agreements, we will be able to, have a so-called exporting exporting crude oil on a daily basis, no matter how little. So we should be getting back refined products and should be made available for Nigerians.
All right, thank you for your expertise, Seun Daniel, energy consultant and analyst. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.